I'm with Rick Tarswell out front of the Enterprise Center, getting ready to go into the Missouri Valley Conference Championship game. And Rick, you're quite a fan of this tournament, aren't you?
Well, I've made all 29 of them. The last game played at the Oak Hill Auditorium here was the 1991 championship game. I was at that one. I've made them all. So,
what is it that makes the Missouri Valley and Arch Madness so fun, and why do you keep coming back every year?
Well, I just like good college basketball, and this tournament always has provided it. So I guess I'm just appreciative of quality product, and I see this tournament doing it every year.
So are you a local guy here? Or?
I've lived in St. Louis for 35 years.
35 years, so how about a big shout out to the staff of the Missouri Valley. Tell them how much you appreciate what they do.
Doug Elgin and his staff does an excellent job with this, so I hope they never move this tournament. I really do.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
The Braves are going to take care of business today. We're going to see them the big dance, March Madness, in a few weeks. Get fired up. Bradley Braves. Can I hear it? Let's go, Braves! Oh, Braves! Oh, B-U!
Oh! I'm Todd Blackstock on location outside of the Enterprise Center, home of the 2019 Arch Madness Missouri Valley Conference Championship Tournament. Let's go inside and take a look. The University of Northern Iowa and the Bradley Braves fought their way to the 2019 Arch Madness Championship game. The winner would represent the Missouri Valley in the NCAA Division I postseason tournament. The Bradley Braves came down with the opening tip-off. But UNI draws first blood with his shot from junior forward Luke McDonough. But Bradley's sophomore forward Elijah Childs answers for the Braves.
We have the foul right there. You see the starters for both these teams to start things out. Dahl just picked up the foul. Brown for the Bradley Braves, a terrific player, their leading scorer, and A.J. Green, one of the assistant coach's sons, is a freshman, a top 100 recruit and playing for Northern Iowa.
It's always fun to catch up with fans and family, and right now we're here with the family of one of the top dogs for UNI. Can you tell us what your son's name is?
Yes, sir. Isaiah Brown.
Isaiah Brown, number 24, huh?
That's correct.
Unbelievable. So, it's great to be able to get to speak with family members and things, and talk about your journey here to St. Louis and how it's been so far.
Well, coming from Dallas, Texas, it's quite a journey. 9.5 hours. So it was the weather was good coming in, so we were good with that. But overall, it's been a great journey since we're winning. So if we can pull this off, championship, it'd be a great journey.
Yeah, there's never been a 6th seed win the Missouri Valley Championship.
Northern Iowa, their home Cedar Falls, Iowa, and Peoria, Illinois, the home of the Bradley Braves. And here we go. You can see an early 9-point lead for Northern Iowa. They have controlled and been very, very aggressive with their offensive game. Lowhouse long two. With a rebound inside by Elijah Childs.
Luke Van Bree, a senior from the Netherlands, hits this fadeaway jumper to keep Bradley in striking distance. NFL All-Pro Demetrius Johnson out here at Arch Madness. DJ, man, you're here. You're at all the cool events, aren't you?
Yeah, man, this is real cool, man. I love the Missouri Valley, man. The only thing I'm disappointed is my team didn't keep making it. Drake, I thought Drake would win it, and I can't stand Northern Iowa, and I can't stand it. So, but I'm excited. This is great, man, for St. Louis.
It's kind of a Cinderella story because everybody thought Loyola Chicago, and Sister Jean, and all that was going to be, and then, in the championship game, and Drake, it was like their Cinderella season. But you know what? You got a 5 and a 6 playing in the championship.
Yeah, but my daughter went to Loyola. You know what I'm saying? So she went to Loyola, so I had my
You're heartbroken then.
Heartbroken when Loyola lost. However, as long as Bradley beat Northern Iowa, I'll be happy, But, when anybody talk about not having a sports franchise in St. Louis, I think it's just unbelievable. You can see the impact what sports does for our community, particularly for the city of St. Louis, the revenue, folks coming in from all over the country to be here, man. It's no other event in the world that brings people together like this, man, but sports.
All right, well, thank you very much, DJ.
Thank you, my man.
Appreciate
my man,
it.
Todd. I love Todd. I love Todd.
2020 will commemorate the 30th consecutive year the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament was held in St. Louis. This year, 35,000 fans came to the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament at the Enterprise Center. Childs plays great defense too, blocking this shot, but the Braves can't take advantage. And despite being down, Bradley continues to fight as the University of Northern Iowa Panthers take a big lead into halftime. And joining me, former NBA player Anthony Bonner right here from St. Louis. Anthony, you having a good time out here at the Missouri Valley Tournament?
I'm having a blast, man. It's always amazing to have this tournament in St. Louis this time of the year so that we can actually come down and participate in March Madness.
You know, it's awesome. You know, all these people come around from across the country and they come and spend their money here. And this year, in a unique twist, everybody thought it was going to be Drake and Loyola Chicago, but that's not the case.
Well, that's the great thing about the tournament. You know, you got to come ready to play. Anything can happen. And, you know, you got injuries, you got mental fatigue. There's so many factors that play into the games this time of the year.
So what is your favorite thing about Arch Madness here in St. Louis?
I love to see the Cinderella team step up and have opportunities. I love to see guys who may go unlooked during the entire regular season have that one moment during the tournament that can turn a game or win a game for a team that'll stay with them for the rest of their careers.
Thank you very much, Anthony. All right, appreciate it. Since Anthony Bonner played for the Billikens of St. Louis University and under legendary coach Floyd Irons of Vashon, we thought it would be fun to break away from Arch Madness for a moment and go to our Inside Sports Flashback.
Hey, welcome back to Inside Sports. I'm your host, Todd Blackstock. Our second guest today is starting basketball under the legendary coach Floyd Irons at Vashon High School. And with scholarship offers coming in from around the nation, he chose to stay home and play with the St. Louis University Billikens. For an All-American type career, he was chosen in the first round of the 1990 NBA draft by the Sacramento Kings. After an exciting professional career, he's come home to take over the reins of one of the most storied high school programs in the country. This time, we'd like to welcome the new head basketball coach of the Mascot Wolverines, Anthony Bonner at Inside Sports. Anthony, thanks a lot for joining us here. You're coming in. You've just taken over for Vashon, and a lot of exciting things are happening with the basketball program, and you're right in the middle of it right now.
I am directly in the middle of it and in the thick of it because the season is currently underway, and we're 3-0 right now, and I'm just learning as I go along.
You know, now you played for Floyd at Vashon. You know, what are some of the things that, you know, he might have taught you? Because obviously, you know, as a young man playing for him, he must have been a great mentor to you. And you know, what are some of the things that he instilled in you that maybe you apply these days?
Discipline was definitely one of them, and that was on the court as well as off the court. Going the extra mile, making sacrifices was probably a big one because even to this day, we have traditions at Vashon that other schools don't have. We practice on Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve. There's rarely a day that we take off. We want to get better each and every day.
Well, it's obvious from the administration point, you know, that they want to continue a successful basketball program, so they go out and get a big name. How ironic is that you played at Vashon, then you went and played ball at St. Louis University, and it comes full circle now, you know, and you're back at the reins here at Vashon.
I mean, you can look at it as irony, but I actually look at it as something bigger than that because I was actually still not in the stages of actually fully retiring. So I'm at a stage in my career where I chose to retire because I want to do some other things, but it's truly a blessing that the job opportunity happened at this appointed time.
And joining me now is legendary Vashon former head basketball coach Floyd Irons. The court's named her after you over there at Vashon. You had so many wins and championships. Coach, you're down here at Arch Madness, man. Tell me what you think.
Well, you know, this is March, and I can come down and watch a game and relax and don't feel any pressure because I got 2 horses in the race. I like Bradley and I like Northern Iowa, so it's a good game.
You know, everybody thought it was going to be Loyola, Chicago, and Drake 1 and 2, but a 5 and 6 are in here right now. Bradley and Northern Iowa, and there's never been a 6th seed win this tournament.
Well, you know, this is why it's called March Madness. Anything can happen on any given day. So I'm glad to see this, and I'm glad to see that Bradley's getting an opportunity to play a championship game. So again, it's March Madness.
Before we let you go, what's your favorite thing about Arch Madness here in St. Louis?
Well, you know, I like to come down and the fans, and I think that St. Louis treats the team very well. Bring it in our back door, and I enjoy watching basketball.
Floyd Irons. Northern Iowa came out strong in the second half, building what would appear to be an insurmountable lead. But the Bradley Braves would not go away and began chipping away at the Panthers. Luke Bonlundy, a senior guard from New Jersey, hits this basket for Bradley, and the momentum begins to shift towards the Braves. Let's sit back and take in a few moments from the 2019 Arch Madness Championship game.
Match inside, but Bradley not worried that Northern Iowa will try to exploit it. Cannell off balance, Green with the 3, and Asia Childs inside. Ogunlier. Lotier Ogunlier has given Bradley their first lead. Lowhouse. Northern Iowa back on top. The turnover, 1 point, Northern Iowa lead. Bradley has come back, down by 18, now to within 1.
And as Ogunlier goes down, looks like he accidentally hit Green in the face and got hit in the face himself.
He's 2 of 2 from the free throw line. The senior from London, 1,000-point scorer, as we said. He's one of 4 players in the history of the program. We're going to go take a look at it over there with our veteran crew today, led by John Higgins, who has officiated 4, making 8 Final Fours, and Jerry Pollard 5 regionals.
Well, Kevin, we're talking about potential flagrant fouls, but what that actually was, the first call is a foul against A.J. Green. And so when that play occurs, the ball is dead. And then McDonald pushes Lotier Ogunlier as well, and so that is a foul when the ball is dead. So by rule, that is a dead ball technical foul. So what you're going to have here, the key part of the game, is Lotier Ogunlier is going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2 shots. Then Bradley is going to get another 2 shots, and then Bradley is going to get the ball. So this is a huge call here with 1 minute and 58 seconds left. And after looking at that replay, it appears to be absolutely the correct call.
Totally agree with what Dan just alluded to. Because the personal foul on Green took place, it now becomes what they would designate a dead ball contact technically. So now they will shoot the free throws. They will also shoot the dead ball, the 2 shots for the dead ball contact. and Northern Iowa will get the ball out of bounds. So it's a huge turnaround, a big call, and I do think the officials adjudicated this properly.
Gene Steratore, New York, thank you. With those 2 free throws, Bradley up by a point, under 2 to go.
So what we just saw was Lotier Ogunleye shoot the foul, the 2 free throws that he earned by being fouled. Now these are the foul shots that he gets for the dead ball contact technical foul. And after he makes these, then Bradley gets the ball. After he shoots these, he's not necessarily going to make them.
And they've got their biggest lead of the afternoon after being down by 18. Wow. 4 big ones. Lotier Ogunleye comes up. Bradley by 3.
And now the ball. Iowa desperate for a defensive stop here.
Green with Brown defending. McDonald shoved from behind. Got the 2. Count it. He'll be at the line.
We talked the entire game about how good Childs can be with the basketball, but he doesn't take the opportunity to convert it for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Last time Bradley won a Missouri Valley Conference tournament title 31 years ago. A little more than a minute away with a 3-point lead and an incredible second-half turnaround. Brown dancing, long 3.
Even if he makes 2, it's still a 3-point game.
His 128th game being played today for the Braves. 100 career starts. Northern Iowa uses their last timeout. They're one of the great wins in the history of the program, and here we go. Brown. Low house. Good if it goes. That's it. Bradley is going to the NCAA tournament for the first time in 13 years. The biggest comeback in Missouri Valley Conference title game history. Their first tournament title in 31 years. Incredible.
Kevin, that you've got to get the ball further up the court than that, and this is a long heave. That's a miracle shot if it goes in. Nice job defending that play by Bradley.
Down by 18 over the last 17 minutes. The Bradley Braves outscore Northern Iowa 40-19. Their 20th win of the season. And they're going to the NCAA tournament.
You know, we knew what we wanted all season long, even though after a rough start. But we kept the dream in our vision, and we conquered it. It's just unreal, man. Just to know what each and every one of us went through to get here. You know what I'm saying? The first team, I wasn't here. Coach Waddle first got here. They won 5 games 4 years ago, and now we got the chip. It's an unreal feeling.
Man, I'm gonna have them ready. I'm gonna get them ready this evening or tomorrow, one or the other. I'm ready to go dancing.
I want to make a shout out to my people back in Jersey, Edgewater, New Jersey. I want to make a shout out to Bergen County, my people in the SWATs. I want to make a shout out to Coach Jackson, Donnie Jackson, my family. Northern Tonkawa, every man, I love y'all, man. Mwah.
We not done.
Missouri Valley Commissioner Doug Elgin. Doug, another great tournament here in downtown St. Louis. A little twist of fate this year. Usually number 1 and 2 are, make it to the finals, but this has been an incredible tournament and a new Cinderella story.
We actually thought that the top 6 teams, any of those top 6 could be paired with each other. It didn't matter where you were seated. It turned out to be that way. All the games were close. 2 semifinals, each determined by a 2-point margin. The championship game came right down to the wire, and this is why they call it Arch Madness.
You think you've got a chance at maybe an at-large bid with Drake or Loyola Chicago?
Probably not this year. There wasn't separation, very much compacted standings, and I think we'll see just one team. And don't know the seed, but whoever they draw, better watch out.
They better watch out. And Doug, any final thoughts here? I just want to congratulate you, and your staff does a great job year in and year out. It's so much fun to come down here and you see a lot of the same people. It's almost surreal. It's almost like Groundhog's Day each year. You see a lot of the same people in the same spots, but then there's a different twist every year.
Well stated. It is like Groundhog Day. 30 years in St. Louis. Next year, we'll celebrate our 30th anniversary of Arch Madness in St. Louis. This was the 25th in this building, 25th tournament in what's now the Enterprise Center, and got to give the St. Louis Blues a lot of credit for what they've done with this building. It's absolutely unbelievable.
I was going to mention that the city of St. Louis kicked in a lot of money, millions of dollars, to support the St. Louis Blues and the Missouri Valley and all the tournaments here in St. Louis. And I mean, what a fabulous building, what they've done with it, the Jumbotron and the seats and the different corporate areas.
We can now compete for any of the national events, NCAA, Frozen Four, certainly men's and women's basketball. We'll get men's and women's basketball tournaments in here for years to come with the upgrades that have been made.
Thank you so much, Doug.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you being here.
Yes. So Bradley stamped their ticket to the big dance with a record-breaking comeback versus Northern Iowa. Elijah Childs from Kansas City, Missouri, was named the tournament's most outstanding player. The Braves Nation embraced one shining moment, while the players and coaches cut down a piece of the game's net as a memento of this glorious day in school history. So Bradley comes in, takes care of business, a 5th seed, stamping their ticket to the NCAA Big Dance. I'm Todd Blackstock from the Enterprise Center in downtown St. Louis for STL TV. And a big shout out to head coach Travis Ford and the St. Louis Billikens men's basketball team, who also made the 2019 NCAA tournament with an exciting run through the Atlantic 10 Conference tournament, defeating St. Bonaventure in Brooklyn, New York, 55-53. In the NCAA tournament, Bradley was paired up against number 2 seeded Michigan State. The Braves gave Tom Izzo and the Spartans all they could handle, leading the game late in the second half before falling to one of the nation's juggernauts. Congratulations to the Bradley Braves for making history and the Missouri Valley for yet another great tournament. In a sad note, local businessman and philanthropist Kim Tucci recently passed away at the age of 78. A co-founder of the Pasta House restaurant in St. Louis, was coined by some as the godfather of St. Louis University, where he graduated and served as a member of the school's Board of Trustees. He was the past chair and current vice president of the St. Louis Convention and Visitors Commission. He was the former president of the Missouri Athletic Club, as well as the St. Louis Ambassadors. He served as a St. Louis Airport Commissioner, Board of Elections Commissioner, and chairman of the International Film Festival. In 1989, he was inducted into the SLU Hall of Fame, and in 2010, into the St. Louis Soccer Hall of Fame. He was named Man of the Year by at least 25 organizations and will be dearly missed. Some call him the godfather of St. Louis, but I refer to him as the Commissioner. St. Louis made national headlines on the Jimmy Fallon Show, where the Billiken team mascot won the 2019 A10 Mascot of the Year by winning both the dunk and three-point competitions. Fallon was thoroughly impressed and gave a big shout-out to the STL.
Hey guys, I'm here at the Barclays Center. We're about to do the first ever Tonight Show NCAA College Mascot Slam Dunk and Three-Point Contest. Let's do this!
Each contestant will have 1 minute to shoot as many three-pointers as they can. And go! How'd that feel? And the winner with a total of 3 points is the St. Louis Billiken.
You guys, let's move on to the slam dunk.
First up, it's the LaSalle Explorer, and his dunk is called the Philadelphia Firehouse.
That was clean.
The name of this dunk is the Revolutionary Rim Rocker.
Well, that sounds like something else.
If that's what he wanted to do, I kind of like that one.
What? The rim. What? This dunk is called 1 if by land, 2 if by slam. Oh! The crowd is going wild. Next up, the Hawk.
Is something wrong with your left arm here? The Hawk has to keep flapping one wing.
From the Tonight Show, hashtag the Panda. This dunk is the hashtag. Whoa! Oh, you got Shaq. Shaq is right there.
He called the Rams, yeah. I'm Shaq.
Wait, he's gonna dunk
He's
over
jump
Shaq?
Over Shaq. Rodney's going, come on.
Oh!
I like that switch. That was on net.
Yeah! Here we go. It knocked his head off.
We had to blur out his head.
A mascot can never be seen without his head on.
The Jimmy Jam to dunk over a tiny bobblehead of me. That might be a perfect dunk right there. That was pretty beautiful. We have a winner. Oh my goodness, that was perfect.
The winner of the both slam dunk and three-point contest is the St. Louis Billiken.
Thank you to all the mascots from the Atlantic 10 Conference that helped us out with that. And congratulations to the St. Louis Billiken. Both three-pointer and the three-pointer. No one really scored the three-pointer, yeah. So with a total of 3 points, he won that contest. But that dunk was fantastic, and they're in the tournament. Congrats. Good luck in the tournament, St. Louis.
That's our show for today. Thank you for watching Inside Sports on STL TV. Experience St. Louis.